Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole. In today's video, I am sharing with you everything that I bought in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, as well as the Ulta clearance sale, which was amazing, 75% off. And not only that, I'm also going to apply some of these products to my face and have a little bit of a chatty get ready with me video for the first portion of this video. So just in case you're new, the first half of the video will be the chatty get ready with me, and if you're just interested in my thoughts on everything I hauled, you can skip to, let's just put the timestamp somewhere in this on the screen. Before we get into the chatty portion of this video, let me start with what's on my face already. So I have the Rare Beauty pencil on my brows. This is probably overkill for anybody that has thick brows, but we all know my brows are a bit on the pathetic side. And then the Peach & Lily Skin Shield Blurring Primer. Do you have to be this great, Peach & Lily? Do you have to? Is that it? Do I have other? Oh yeah, the P. Louise base on my eyes, and we're gonna open up a pack of the Skin Iceland Hydro Cool Firming Eye Gels. They're only my favorite. I just forgot that I knew the name of them for a moment there. Yeah, so I'm gonna put some of these on because I look a little tired. Just a little tired. All right, how's that for some under eye tape? So we can make sure we get the best shape of our eyeshadow. You see what I'm saying? Only pores use tape. Is it apparent that I'm joking? If not, please know that I use an aquarium filter in place of a brush switch because I too am a pore. All right, let's actually apply some makeup. I'm going to be using the KKW Beauty Eyeshadow Palette Classic. Can you make that sound more awkward, Alice? Nope, no you cannot. I need to brief you guys on what this video is going to be about. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have an idea, but just so you know, this is not going to be about that post. Rather, it's going to be about the thoughts that I've had around that post. But I guess in order to follow what I'm saying, I guess I do kind of have to tell you again a little tiny bit of it. I'm just gonna put it up on the screen because if I say it, I will cry, and this is actually not a beauty guru apology video, so no need for some tears on camera. It's a lot, right? I think most people would look at that and say, oh, yeah, that's a lot to deal with. But, you know, what I wanted to do, this has never really been a channel where I vlog and share the people in my life. Instead, I like to share thoughts. And so I really have had a lot of thoughts related to this. And I really think they could potentially be very helpful thoughts, which is the reason I wanted to take them to YouTube. Because I think that, you know, no matter who you are, you're going to deal with something like this. Whether it's someone you know or someone else you know, it's going to happen. And I think a lot of times, at least in modern culture, we don't really talk about how to deal with this situation. And yet the reason I'm telling you guys I'm going to be talking about kindness is because I think the importance of kindness cannot be understated when you're dealing with difficult issues such as that one. I really had an intense denial phase. I almost feel like the denial phase was easier to have in the year 2020 because I know that we're not going to be making it to the memorial or the funeral. We're not going to make it because it's just not a good idea. Which means it's super easy for me to just be like, I'm just going to pretend that this isn't true, rather than deal with it. I think I really, really had that issue. But the thing about denial, no matter what the basis is for the denial, is you always end up facing the issue at some point, and usually it's not in a convenient time. And for me, the moment that I really realized, oh, I'm going to have to face these emotions head on, happened to me on not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before that. So I was in one of my favorite makeup groups, which, how to describe that? It's a group that's text only and very focused on honest thoughts around makeup. And I was reading one of those threads that's disappointing makeup products you've tried, something to that extent. And usually these are some of my absolute favorite posts because I feel like when you get on YouTube, there's often people often tone down how much they truly dislike something so that they don't, you know, get sued by the company. or just because they want to stay on PR lists, they want to stay positive with the brand, you know, that type of thing. I always feel like you can tell when someone doesn't like something on YouTube, but it's toned down. Whereas in this group, it's definitely a lot stronger, a lot more of I hated this type of language. And somebody in the group was talking about one of my favorite products. I genuinely don't even remember what product, but we'll fake something for convenience here. We'll say the Maybelline Hyper Easy Eyeliner. So this random person in this group is just going off about why they didn't like the Maybelline Hyper Easy Eyeliner, and I'm sitting there reading all of this, and I am smoking like a cartoon character with the smoke coming out of their head. I am so unreasonably upset with this person. Normally, if I have an issue with somebody, if I don't like something that somebody has said, before I say anything to that person, I kind of have this internal dialogue with myself. But I was about to skip it in this moment. I was about to just tell this person why I did not like their opinion and why it was wrong. So I have hit the reply button. I am going off. I am like, well, I don't think you gave this product much of a fair chance at all. Were you even using it correctly? Thank the good Lord above that I had a voice of reason inside my head saying, hey, I think you need to slow down. Don't hit the post button. I think we need to have a conversation about this whole emotional situation you've gotten yourself into. So this inner conscience, I suppose we could call it, was just kind of like, all right, so this response seems to be out of character for you. You're usually pretty patient, but you're getting really upset about a random person on the internet who you don't even know. Do you want to really think about why it is that you're so upset about this situation? And you know, I tried to convince myself of the normal reasons, right? I'm just like, well, because what they said is just obviously wrong. There's no way that my holy grail eyeliner could be not the best thing since sliced bread to anybody else. But this inner voice of reason is just like, no, it's definitely more than that, because you do know this. You say it all the time on your channel, do you not? And when I really sat myself down, I was like, we're gonna be honest about this. I was like, okay, I don't think this person should be angry about an eyeliner. It doesn't seem fair for them to say, oh, my day is ruined because of an eyeliner, when my day is ruined because I permanently lost a friend. And that's when the drawbacks of denial really hit me. I was like, okay, as long as I remain in denial about this having any kind of impact on me, then I'm walking around as this person that can get upset over absolutely nothing just because I think that it should be absolutely nothing compared to what I have been going through for the past few days. You see how it's all perspective here? On any other given day, I love the honesty in this group, and I very much appreciate it, and I feel like it helps me to have a better perspective on products and expectations. But in this exact instance, it was too much for me. It was too much for me to hear people having normal conversations. And that is the reason why I decided to take a few days off. You know, I recognize that I was a little volatile, and I didn't want to take it out on the wrong person. I didn't want to take it out on somebody who was just trying to be honest about their experience with a makeup product that wouldn't have been right. So it was better for me to just step away. I feel like something that was especially interesting in this time is that I was almost hyper conscious of just basic human kindness. Whew, y'all, I'm sorry I had to go off camera for the eyeliner. I don't know how to do it on camera. All right, these we're done with. This no longer sparks joy, so thank you for your service. But yeah, seriously, look at that. Very little fallout just from the where I was pretty much rubbing up against it. I'm just going to use a little tiny bit of this milk cooling stick under my eye because quite frankly, I don't know what else to do with it, and I feel guilty about not using products. God, at one point I had 3 or 4 of these. Oh, they just were everywhere. They were in every gift set. Oops, I was about to not tell you guys what I'm doing. This is the Revlon Candid Glow, which I'm going to use for foundation today. Oh, I have some thoughts on this, and they're good. But yeah, back to talking about this kindness. You know, it got me really thinking, both in terms of seeing the world from my point of view and seeing myself from another angle. You know, I think there's really a lot of pain in this life. I think it's not just me going through a tough time. This existence has a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, and the thing is, in most cases, we have no idea who's going through something. You know, social media almost gives us this kind of, I guess, false sense of knowing what's going on, because anybody who read my post knew more about what was going on with me than people that I may have interacted with at the grocery store. And this is exactly why I tend to suspect, you know, treating others with kindness is probably going to go a lot farther, because you don't know if that person, the random person that you're interacting with, is going through something difficult and might snap at you for something minor, or if your kind actions are going to mean so much to that person because they're going through a lot. Okay, and this is the Tarte Glow Shape Glow, nope, try again. Shape Tape Glow Wand. There we go. Oh my god, I'm so incredibly glad that I went for this, because it is exactly my style, and it is so nice on no makeup days too. Granted, I applied that foundation really, really lightly, but yeah, this is gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and try this on today. This is the Ciate London Extraordinary Translucent Powder from this month's Glossybox, which I should probably unbox that in this video. So I feel like this is a really important conversation to have in today's video. You know, I think that a lot of people don't know how to react back when you know somebody is going through something like this. Or maybe I'm projecting yet again, because the reality is, in the past when I've had friends deal with difficult things like that, what do you think the first thing I do is? It's go to Google and type in what to say to a friend who is dealing with X, because I don't know. It's scary. I don't want to say the wrong thing. So I will tell you guys this, you know, I don't think you have to ever feel like you should say a lot, because you don't need to. You really don't. Instead, you know, just a basic comment of support and kindness, it means so incredibly much, more than I can even put into words, and I gotta keep myself dialed back here or I'll cry happy tears once again, as we've talked about before. I very genuinely think it's just as simple as a reminder that there's kindness in the world. You know, it's not even necessarily that the words that people say to you are something that you analyze. Instead, you just pick up on them trying to say something kind, something consoling. You just pick up on that energy, and that in itself is calming. I think that if I was trying to condense my point a little here, what I would say is, if you ever know somebody who's going through a difficult time, know that they may be more reactive to anything, but this isn't necessarily a negative point, because they may also be more reactive to just your general kindness. This tiny little palette was something I got on clearance for I think about $2. The Revolution Patricia Bright Face Palette. I figured I love her eyeshadow palette. Why not try this in the shade Moonlight Glow? I did my highlighter first the other day. I'm going to do that again today. I don't know. I just kind of liked the way that it looked. I think highlighter before blush kind of softens the look of highlighter, or at least it did for me. Blush is such a funny thing. I feel like you absolutely do not have to pay a lot for it. You can buy any blush. It's just that you have to blend it out enough. You know, you don't want it to look like you're wearing blush. You want it to look like you just came back from an hour-long jog. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe. If you want your blush to really stand out, I get it. I wear purple blush occasionally. I get it. That does not look natural on me. And some of this bronzer on my e.l.f. I'm so bad about telling you guys my brushes. This is the e.l.f. blending brush. Hold on, Apollo. We have to pretend for a moment that I'm not as messy as I am. It's been a while since you guys saw Apollo. Has he grown? It's very hard for me to tell. I hope you guys know he really isn't very representative of most chameleons. He's so well behaved. Even the other one that we have, he'll definitely hiss at me if I try to take him out, even though he wants to come out. I don't know, Apollo's just really nice. He seems to really like everybody. And then I must admit to you that I did not buy any other mascaras aside from this, which I haven't yet opened, the Sephora Favorites Lash Stash. And like I said, I don't like first impressions, but I'm dying to try these, so we're just going to try one and not have an impression just yet. Oh, this is such a good one this year. I love tubing mascaras, so there's Blink in here. We've got the new Pat McGrath in a full size. Absolutely been dying to try that. Velour in a shape that I love. I always love, I hope this isn't reflecting on you. I guess if you guys can't see it, I'll put it up on the screen in a picture. But yeah, it's kind of that half lash, which is so perfect if you're not yet a master of false lashes. Which one do we want to try? The Anastasia, the Urban Decay Lash Freak, even the Bad Gal Bang. I like it in the mini size. Grande Lash, the Lancome Primer. This is such a good one this year. Have I mentioned my favorite is in here, the Ilia Limitless Lash. I think I want to try the Urban Decay. I want to try the Lash Freak. I know Lisa has tried this. I am very interested. Okay, here's a little pro tip for you guys. So, you see this that I'm using right here? This is just an old wand from the Ilia Limitless Lash sample that I'm keeping, and I'm using this as my lash separator. Because you know what I came to realize? At least 70% of why you love your favorite mascara is the wand. So clean off that wand after you finish the mascara and use the wand at any time. You know, I'm using this just on primer right now, but yeah, this is actually better than one of those metal lash combs. Oh, this is a very strange wand. I feel like I'm not prepared to use this. I might use it incorrectly or something. I don't know, it's so much. Why does it curve upwards? This is so bizarre to use. I absolutely love that I currently have more lashes on this eye. It's really great, you know, real nice asymmetrical look. My favorite. This video has had a lot of sarcasm in it, and I really, really hope people are picking it up. I am in awe of how well this works. Thank you so much to Lana, who said clean off your concealer wand, and you can use that instead of cotton swabs. Oh my gosh, it actually works. I know this may be strange, but I absolutely need this flower right now. Don't get me wrong, this look is absolutely very, very pretty. Love how everything has turned out, but the funniest thing happens to me when I've done an all neutral look and I look in the mirror. It's like I don't recognize myself. Like if I'm not wearing colorful makeup or at least something in my hair. Who am I? We can almost take this one step further and say, actually, it's kind of that I look like the people who were mean to me in high school. Ooh, we could psychoanalyze that, but we've done enough psychoanalyzing in this video. Let's finish this look. I finally bought some of these Kylie lipsticks, and I think they are completely overrated. That wasn't YouTube friendly, let me phrase that better. I just think they're still kind of drying. You're never gonna have a matte liquid lipstick that feels like a bullet lipstick. So I don't even understand why some people have tried to claim that some matte liquid lipsticks don't feel drying. We've got a whole haul portion of this video, and I was about to go off on just a lipstick. Anyway, let's go ahead and start talking about this haul. I do want to start with the October Glossybox here, from which I used the powder in this look. Glossybox was kind enough to gift me this, and you guys know how I do anything that I unbox. I've been trying it. So the box itself is absolutely gorgeous. This is one of their prettiest ones yet. It looks like there were 2 boxes this month. This one is the Enchanted Spirit, the other is the Midnight Fantasy, and something I noticed when I was looking at their little card here is they've actually started giving you a breakdown of how much your sample size is worth, which is awesome. I always love knowing that. So this box was worth around $80, $88, somewhere in there. So the Ciate London powder that I used is worth $18.98. This is pretty nice. It was definitely a lighter color than I expected it to be, but it didn't have any kind of a white cast on my skin. It's very finely milled. You know, I do like Ciate London. I kind of feel like they've fallen out of popularity, but they have a lot of really good products. Oh no, except for that, the Jessica Rabbit collection. I heard terrible things about that collection, and I kind of feel like that was a bit of a downward slant for the brand. A full-size skincare item in here worth $32. This is the Earth Harbor Aurora Superfood Luminance Ampoule with sea greens and cannabis sativa. This is really nice. It's definitely more of an all-natural type of product with, let me see if it has added fragrance. It does have fragrance ingredients, although they break them down for you in the ingredients list rather than throw the word fragrance up there. But yeah, it's really nice. It is definitely more of an oil than an ampoule, in my opinion, although I can see how you could use it as an ampoule. But yeah, really nice, adorable little company. They're focused on sustainability, they're cruelty-free. Yeah, they're really cute. This mask that I already used, this is from the brand Ona, New York, the Spotlight Radiant Glow Gel Mask. Listen, I can't resist a gel mask. If it comes in my life, I'm gonna use it at the first opportunity. And coincidentally, this is another really cute little small brand. I looked this one up, and there's two woman founders with this brand. I'm really pulling this from my memory. I hope I get this right, but I believe one was from Russia, one is from Slovenia. Also cruelty-free, focused on sustainability. Of course, you know, with a gel sheet mask, it is a more sustainable sheet mask option than the cloth sheet masks, and it was really nice. That's going to be a $9 value. I tried this one as well. I tried all of the skincare from this box. This is the Generation Clay Ultraviolet Brightening Purple Clay Mask. This one was interesting. When I first put this on, I did a patch test with this first, and it seemed fine, but then when I put it on for real, it kind of was stinging. However, oddly enough, the stinging subsided rather quickly, and it worked great. Although I did use my own trick and used a cleanser to remove it because that makes way too much of a difference for me. So yeah, this is another Australian-made brand with Davidson Plum. What's the value on this one? This is $14.44 for that size. And then the last item in the box, KVD Vegan Kindness. Discover the beauty and kindness beauty. I have actually not tried this yet, but it is the shade Lovecraft, so I guess we'll swatch it really quickly. It actually looks pretty up my alley. I do like pink-toned lipsticks. You guys, I'm trying so hard to move past my bias of the creator of this brand and respect what they are now. I think Kendo did the right thing, I really do, but it is difficult to get past this. It really is. And I've been thinking about this a lot. I watched Manny MUA's thoughts on this. I watched Smokey Glow's thoughts on this. And I really do think if you're interested in KVD Beauty, give them a try because they did what we asked. The fact that we're still not buying it's interesting. It's interesting. It just really shows how hard it is to move past something like that. So I have to say, this is actually a really nice box. This is the Glossybox that I remember. The small brands that I'm excited to try products from. That's why I liked Glossybox so much way back in that old video that I did years ago. And by the way, if you guys are interested, they gave me a code. It is not an affiliated code, but you can get this box for $16. Just a word of advice, look up their last day for cancellation if you're not interested in the next month or you do get billed for that month. Let's start with the makeup. The KKW palette that I used today, I do want to say this was so kindly gifted to me by a subscriber. Thank you so much, Chandra. It really, really means a lot. What happened is she ordered this in the 21 Days of Beauty and received a broken eyeshadow, so she wrote Ulta and they reshipped her a whole new one for free and said keep the old one, which is just amazing of Ulta and super kind of Chandra to send the other one to me. I actually thought you were going to send me the broken one. Too kind. Y'all can send me, if you want to send me broken stuff, I'll fix it. But I was so thankful to get this because the day that this was on sale, it was in and out of my cart the entire day, this exact palette. I was so curious, but it was so hard for me to buy this. But I got to admit, I get the hype. It's a really well-made eyeshadow palette. These mattes, oh, they blend so incredibly well, and that is so important with a matte formula. You want it to blend well. So the shimmers in here, the shimmers are hit or miss actually. I really like the light shade right here. This one's a little more difficult to work with. Should I give you shade names? I really like Saint, and Chicago is difficult to work with, this coppery color. But I cannot complain because, again, especially with a neutral palette like this, it's so important for it to blend well, and this just blends beautifully. Now, I completely understand anyone who doesn't want to support the Kardashians, completely understand that, but yes, in terms of quality, it's great. So I bought this on clearance. I think I paid around $13 for it. This is the Lime Crime Venus Vivid. Doe Deer is officially no longer with Lime Crime, which is great news because Lime Crime has always had an incredible formula. The drawback with the company has been Doe Deer. But in the kindest way I can possibly say that I dislike something, this palette kind of sucks. I don't know what happened. It's so weird to me. I love every other Lime Crime palette that I have, but this one is just not good. It disappears when you blend it, and it disappears through the day. It's just no staying power whatsoever. And with these colors, you want staying power. You want staying power with any eyeshadow. So yeah, if you missed out on this, don't feel bad. You missed actually absolutely nothing. This is the Revlon Candid Glow Foundation. I didn't actually buy this at Ulta because they don't carry it there. Rather rude if you ask me. But I bought this at CVS. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna tell you this. This foundation is everything that I thought the Rare Beauty foundation would be, and yet I don't hear anyone ever talk about this. I know this was a newer release. I want to say it was released this year. I think maybe March, maybe February, maybe it was just a really bad time to launch a product, but it is so gorgeous. This is the shade 120 Buff, in case you're close to my skin. Skin tone, not skin. Amazing how forgetting one word can change the meaning of an entire sentence. This is another one of those foundations, like the Physicians Formula Healthy Glow, that you could convince me is high-end. It is so beautiful. It's very light. It's not a heavy coverage. It's definitely more light, but it's dewy, it's glowy, it blends beautifully, it feels like nothing on. It's just kind of incredible. A note on skin type: if you have oily skin, you might not like this because of how glowy it is. And if you have dry skin but you still prefer more coverage, it might not be enough coverage. But whew, if you like light coverage and dewy, glowy skin, oh my goodness, $10.99 at CVS. And if you figure out how to work the CVS couponing system, you'll pay practically nothing for any of your makeup for the rest of your life. Trust me, I'm starting to figure it out, not quite to the point where I can confidently tell you I've mastered it, but I'm getting it. All of you who knew about CVS, oh, you were right all along. I just did not believe it because CVS always has the highest prices, but it's because of that coupon system. The Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand, I have the shade Sunbeam. I love this so much. I know in that 21 Days of Beauty video, I said, I think this is a product that is exactly for me, and it is. If you are somebody who likes light coverage under your eyes, oh my gosh, you're going to love this. Light, glowy coverage. It's almost reflective in appearance, but you can use it a lot of different ways. You can use it over a medium coverage concealer and kind of bring some life back into, you know, those very matte concealers. You can use it like I did today, which is I put my foundation on and then put this on over it, or you can wear it completely on a bare face and just brighten up your under eyes. And it's such a smart product because they have this little puff on the end, but you can take it right out and clean it. This is the smartest design I've ever seen in my life. I love it. And you can wet this and make it expand a little bit. Oh gosh, I love this product. My little $2 Revolution Patricia Bright face palette. This was such a steal. I love Revolution's face products. I really do. I've loved them for years. I think it's to each their own because it does look very light on because it blends out a lot. But I love them. This was this was such a find. I did buy the Cocoa by Kylie Cosmetics, the liquid lip. Why does she spell collection with a K? Is that necessary, Kylie? Let me not be a hater. I got this set for $13 or $14, and that was the right price to pay. And you know, I'm glad I got to try these. I will say it's not a bad formula. I've certainly tried much more drying formulas, but at the same time, you know, I feel like I meet people who absolutely swear by certain products. An example would be people that swear by the Voldemort liquid lipstick formula, or people that swear by Stila's liquid lipstick formula. And I feel like no matter who you are, just know that liquid lipsticks are always going to feel drying. It's just the nature of human skin. You know, if you want a product to last and last and last, you can't have it feel very, you know, full of moisture, because you're putting that high moisture product on top of human skin, which is full of moisture. So you gotta have some drying components somewhere. So it's just a part of it. It's always going to be somewhat drying. But yeah, I mean, in comparison, it does remind me more of Stila's formula. I will say that, which is a better formula, so it's not terrible. But I feel like it was another situation where you hear so much good that you somehow convince yourself, actually, I think if I buy this matte liquid lipstick, it might feel great on my lips. It's never gonna happen. So actually my favorite product in the collection was the gloss. The gloss is quite pretty. I'm glad that there was a gloss in here, and I will use these. I will use these. I used to wear matte liquid lipsticks all the time for their longevity. I just haven't been, because now I'm always in the house 24/7. No reason to worry about lipstick lasting, because I can just go put more on. So, you know, basically fine, but not worth the hype. I don't think it was worth the hype. Have I shown you guys these? I feel like I showed you guys these in some other video. Did I? I did buy more of the Glazen Lip Glaze in the Sheer Wisdom Serum Shadow for something like 90% off. It was, why did Butter London not do well? Their products were incredible. They've always been incredible, and we're getting rid of them from Ulta. I'm heartbroken. The Tarte Sugar Rush Cake Butter, it is indeed rather nice, but it doesn't quite have the staying power of the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. Nice smell though, not comparable. Oh, how did Ara describe this? She had the perfect description. Oh my gosh, I need Ara to be here. I now film through the day since I'm home all the time, so I don't have her in the background anymore. I'm trying to remember what she said about this in comparison to the Boom Boom Cream. I think she said it smells like the Boom Boom Cream, except without the pistachio smell. The It Cosmetics a brush bath. So this is really nice. I am enjoying this, but may I give you a life tip? Don't store this with your setting spray. Yeah, I actually did that. I spent 2.5 hours on this incredibly in-depth makeup look and sprayed it with brush cleaner. I could tell you though, it was a very interesting sensation. As I was spraying, I was like, oh, I've never felt a setting spray that feels like this in my life. It feels like hydrocarbons. At least I figured it out. I'm sure I would have as my makeup started to drip. And now we store that away for my makeup collection, because we live and we learn. I also bought this on clearance, the Dozing Deer Plush Sleep Mask. I don't know why I bought this. I really don't. I think I just absolutely cannot resist cute things. They get me every time. Oh my goodness, that is it. We've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, no matter how long you were here for or how short you were here for. Know that I appreciate you, and thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.